Hi everyone, this is Sushma, Java trainer. So totally I'm having 8 years experience. In last video we have discussed about some interview questions. In this video I would like to discuss about what are the security problems we are having on internet and how we can overcome that problems by using Java programming language. So now let us see security problems. Security problems for data on internet. So what are the security problems we are having? Security problems are nothing but some of the hacking problems we are having. So how we can overcome that problems? So first of all, the first problem in internet is the first problem in internet is eavesdropping. What is the first one we are going to take here? Eavesdropping. So this is the first problem we are having in internet. So what is eavesdropping? What is eavesdropping? So let us see here. First point, reading others data. Reading others data illegally is called eavesdropping. What we are going to call it as eavesdropping. So, for suppose if you are taking your email is hacked by some other person. Okay. So, from so many days onwards, we are not opening our email. So whatever the emails we got from other companies, so we did not see all those emails, but suddenly one day we opened our emails, but there are no emails in our Gmail. Okay, so what will be happen? Somebody was hacked our account. So reading others data illegally is called eavesdropping. What is the solution for this problem? The solution for this problem is encryption and decryption. What we are going to call it as an encryption and decryption. So what is encryption? First of all, we have to know the definition of encryption, right? So what is encryption? Encryption is nothing but converting original data converting original data into unreadable form of data. Unreadable form of data is called encryption. Unreadable form of data is called encryption. So that means when you are sending any data in the network, so the original data will be converted into unreadable form of data. So decryption. So what is decryption? So reconverting unreadable form of data into unreadable form of data into original data. So that is nothing but decryption. See, for example, if you are taking your WhatsApp, so when you are sending any message from one person to another person, see, end-to-end encryption is taking place. So that is nothing but concept of encryption. Converting original data into unreadable form of data is nothing but encryption. Reconverting unreadable form of data into original data is called decryption. These technologies are developed in Java. So encryption and decryption technologies are developed in Java. So that is nothing but what we are going to call it as an eavesdropping. So what is the second problem we are having on internet? So first problem is nothing but eavesdropping. Eavesdropping is solved by using encryption and decryption technologies which are developed in Java. In the same way, next we are going to see here second problem, tampering. So what is tampering? Tampering means not only reading others' data, but also modifying the data. Okay, so the person not only reading data, they can modify our original data. So that is nothing but what we are going to call it as an tampering. What we are going to call it as an tampering. So first point, not only reading others data, not only reading others data, but also modifying the data. So that is nothing but tampering. So what is the solution for this tampering problem? The solution for this problem is encryption and decryption. The solution for this problem is encryption and decryption. So next, what is the next problem we are having on internet? Third one. So that is nothing but impersonation. Impersonation is nothing but, so let us see here, a person acting as another person on internet. So that is nothing but impersonation. What is the definition of impersonation? A person acting as another person on internet. See, this problem is mainly occurred in Facebook. Okay, this problem is mainly occurred in Facebook. See, some of the Facebook accounts are hacked by some other person. The person does not know his or her account is hacked, but we thought that our friend is chatting with us. But when we are getting unnecessary messages, when they are posting unnecessary videos, then we can understand that our account is hacked. Okay, so that this is the major problem which is occurred especially in Facebook, Instagram also. Recently Instagram accounts is also hacked by some persons, right? A person acting as another person on internet. So how we have overcome this problem? So the solution for this problem is digital signatures. What is the first solution for this problem we are having? Digital signatures. So what is a digital signature? So you have a doubt like what is a digital signature? So let us see the definition of digital signature. So it is an encrypted file. So while you are sending data from one file to another file, the data will be encrypted. Encrypted file that contains personal identification information. Digital signature concept is developed in Java. Digital signature concept is developed in Java. So let us see here, guys. By using digital signatures, we are removing a problem like impersonation. Okay, so this digital signature concept is developed in Java. So we are removing a problem like impersonation. So next one is nothing but the most problem occurred everywhere. So that is nothing but virus. Virus is nothing but it is a harmful program. So everybody is thinking that virus is there in your system, but virus is a program. Okay, virus is a harmful program. So it was designed by a person. Okay, virus is a harmful program that damages data, software and hardware of a computer system. See, once the virus is attacked your system may be hang, your system may be lost the data, that may be affect your software, that may be affect your hardware components also. So virus can attack, virus can attack, virus can attack by using .exe files. .exe files can carry virus, and images also can carry the virus. JPG, .jpeg. Okay. Next, .png. All these images will carry the virus, comma, audios and videos. So audios and videos, that is nothing but .mp3, .mp4. So they can carry the virus. So full stop. So text files, .txt files does not carry, .txt files does not carry any virus. .exe files, .txt files does not carry any virus. Okay. Next point. So how we can overcome this problem in Java? How we can overcome virus problem in Java? Okay. In Java, we create, see, when we are writing any Java program, in the previous classes, I already told you, when you are executing any Java program, it is going to generate a .class file. .class file is nothing but bytecode. Okay. Bytecode, which does not carry any virus, which does not carry any virus. So that is the advantage with our Java. Why? Because virus is a harmful program. So Java will not carry any virus because of .class file. So how it is possible? The security manager inside JVM, inside JVM will check bytecode, for any virus, will check bytecode for any virus. Why? Because whatever the .class file you are taking, the .class file will be sent to the security manager. The security manager will check whether the bytecode is having any virus or not. So if any virus is found, it stops JVM when suspicious code is found. When suspicious code is found other than the bytecode. Okay, suspicious code means instead of bytecode, if any virus code is entered, then the security manager inside the JVM, it will stop the execution of the program. Okay, so that is the reason we are providing security for Java. Okay, so these are the 4 security problems we are having on internet, and we have overcome these problems by using Java technologies. Okay, so next concept is the nothing but, see, we are providing a security. So what are the security levels we are having in Java? How many levels we are having? Okay, so next concept is nothing but security for Java. That means how we can provide a security for Java. See, it will be done in 3 different levels. How many different levels it will be done? 3 different levels. The first one is, we are going to take here class loader. So class loader is the first level of checking bytecode instructions. So what is class loader? Different systems, see, different systems have different .class files. Already I told you in the previous video. See, Java file is the same, but every system can generate separate .class file. So that is the reason different system have different .class file. So class loader. So JVM can contain internally class loader. So class loader will check whether whether it is valid dot class file or not. This is the first type of checking by using class loader. So the class loader will check whatever the bytecode you are giving, so that bytecode is valid or not. So second level of checking. In second level of checking, we are taking bytecode verifier. What we are taking? Bytecode verifier. So what is bytecode verifier? So after loading, it checks. That means whatever the dot class file you are taking, if that dot class file is loaded into the memory, then it checks whether the bytecode is downloaded, whether the bytecode is downloaded from authorized authorized dot class file or not, by the bytecode verifier. See here, already we have checked in class loader whether it is a valid dot class file or not. Again, by using bytecode verifier, you are checking for second time whether it is downloaded from the authorized dot class file or not. So this is the level 2 checking. Now level 3 checking is nothing but security manager. What we are going to call it as a security manager. By using security manager, once again you are going to check, you are going to execute your Java program. See, when it goes to run and execute the program, it is again checked by security manager, and again it is going to check by security manager. So there are 3 levels of checking. So that is the reason these 3 levels we are having, right? So that is the reason we are not carrying any virus. So this is nothing but security for Java. But I would like to tell you one note point. We can call this entire model, as sandbox model. What we are going to call it as sandbox model. In interview, if they are asking about security for Java, or can you explain about a sandbox model, we need to explain like this. We need to explain these 3 points. Okay. So next, we are going to discuss program loadings. What is the next concept we are going to discuss about? Program loadings. So what is a program loading? What is a program loading? How many types of program loadings we are having? Program loading means we are having 2 types. Those are nothing but static loading and dynamic loading. So let us see here. There are 2 types of program loadings. There are 2 types of program loadings. So first one is, we can say it as static loading. What we can say it as? Static loading. See, a block of code would be loaded into RAM. A block of code would be loaded into RAM before it is executed. Before it is executed. See, when you are taking any program, when the program is passed into the static loading, whether there is a execution or there is no purpose of execution, the program will be saved in RAM memory. So see, that is after being loaded into RAM, it may or may not executed. It may or may not executed. So that is nothing but static loading. See, if you are passing any program into the static loading, once it enter into the RAM memory, maybe it is executed or not executed. So what is the disadvantage with that? Memory wastage. What is the disadvantage with that? Memory wastage. So now we are going to see here dynamic loading. So what is dynamic loading? This is nothing but type 2. See, a block of code loaded into the RAM, only when it is required to be executed. Okay, see here, when you are writing any program, if you are passing that program, so if the execution will be done, so it is deleted from the RAM memory. Okay, so that is nothing but dynamic memory. When you are free upping the space every time in the RAM memory, you can enter another program in a circular way. See, if memory is allocated to one program, if the execution is completed, the program will be deleted from the RAM, and again next program will be sent it to the same memory. So like that you can implement in circular manner. So that is nothing but a dynamic loading. So performance is increased by using dynamic loading or not? Next, so JVM is follows dynamic loading or static loading. So this is the question they will ask you in the interview. JVM follows dynamic loading or static loading? So the answer is JVM follows dynamic loading. JVM follows dynamic loading. What JVM can follows? Dynamic loading. So let us see here. What is the first point? So JVM would convert all the statements. JVM would convert all the statements of the class files. JVM would convert all the statements of the class files into executable code. At runtime. Executable code at runtime. So JVM would convert all the statements of a Dart class files into executable code at runtime. So second point, once the control out from the main method. See, once the execution will be done in the dynamic loading, so the control will be come out from main method. So once the control out from the main method, the main method would also be deleted from the RAM. The main method is also deleted from the RAM memory. And another .exe means executable file will be loaded. So like that it will continue like a circular manner. I already told you now, dynamic loading is nothing but if you are passing one program into the RAM memory, if the execution is completed there, again it will come back, it will delete that program from the memory, and the next .exe file will be sent into the same memory. So that is nothing but dynamic loading. So JVM follows dynamic loading. So in this video, so far we have discussed about, so what are the security problems we are having data on internet, security for Java, and what are the program loadings we are having. Thank you.